What's up, TikTok? Round the clock. It is your girl, the authentic sister, the Island Queen. One creative sister, the music lover, aka Nadine. Dear. Okay, so introduction out the way. This is your girl. Okay, so y'all, I have a chit chatter here. Hear me out. That's my water reminder. Um, so I was triggered by it was on Facebook. Uh, you know, one of those videos over there. And of course, I can't stitch it because it's over there and I have no way, I don't know how you bring it over here. But anyway, okay, so y'all know, right? I'm Jamaican, right? You know, right? Yeah, I am. And this conversation or this video was true and dear to me because it concerns our language, right? Dialect, patois, right? You know, as Jamaican, we talk English, but we talk regular. We just talk. Yeah, an expression of the soul. That's what I call it. Okay, so now, because I mostly have American followers, yeah, most times I try not to talk like that, right? I talk for you to understand, right? What sense it make to talk that way if I know you don't understand me, right? Don't make no sense to it. So I do. When I'm heated, child, I have no control over the shit. I'll try to stay English, but half the time if I'm really upset, that shit ain't going that way at all. Alright? So you'll know the difference when I'm actually mad or when I'm saying. Anyway, so it was in reference to there was this young girl, and you can tell it's a prominent or high school, right? Because in Jamaica you have kindergarten, primary, in basic school, infant. Hell, I haven't been there in a while. Me leave long time. But you have primary school and you have high school, right? Then you have secondary school. Now high school is when you pass your exam, your CXC. I think that still is a thing there. And you go high school. Okay, so I passed mine and I went to Alpha Academy, right? I went to high school. Now the thing is about the language. Now I have faced this situation before. Cause on Facebook I used to do lives when I used to sell jewelry. And when I went on, I don't know if it was my nerves or me just being me, I would talk mostly my dialect, patois, right? And I used to get kind of a heat in reference. Now you would think, right? Most of the people that I was talking to is Jamaican, so why we have a problem with me talking that way? Now I'm gonna tell you something. You see the color you see that color here, right? Yeah, this color. That's one of the problem. Because this should not do that. It's like something is wrong if you talk that way with this color. Then the other thing was the language was also, and this was a close family member that's said that. Me know you're intelligent. Now my intelligence was also compared to the way I spoke, as if to say, if you talk patois, you're not intelligent. No, people, let me tell you something. This is one of the reasons why, for me, sometimes certain people love them to death, but stay the frig far apart because I don't have no time for that. Because I'm going to tell you something. If most of y'all understood what I say half of the time, if not 3/4, if not damn near all the time, a patois me would talk. Okay, I would talk patois. Right? Because I am comfortable speaking that way, which it has not a damn thing to do with my intellect. Trust me. Me know what me I talk about when me I talk. Promise you that. Right? But I am comfortable talking that way because I love my language. You understand? The patois, Jamaica dialect. I love that. You see me? Now the girl was expressing herself, and I know she's up with her peers and young people, and they're talking. And the amount of people in the comment section, I know most of them was women, that was just getting at this girl, the fact that she is in high school uniform and her language was supposedly not matching her attire. You didn't understand it, right? When she was talking, was you in the dark to what the hell she said? No. Because you know why? You know the language yourself. No, if you want to be prim and proper and don't talk it, that's on you. But you don't control what nobody else do. And who is you to judge anybody because the way they speak? If you don't understand, you ask them, oh, yo, I don't understand. Could you repeat? Yeah, you have that choice. Or if you don't understand and you don't care to hear it, you move the hell on. You ain't got to figure no shit out. You really don't have to. So because of the way how I look, I'm supposed to talk a particular way because this is how I look. No, I talk how I talk. So I remember when I did the live and the person had talked to me about that, I was so offended. I mean, I don't know if I was offended. I was just really like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like that. First, to begin with, it's my life. The second, I am Jamaican. The third, I could talk however the hell I want to. Right? Does that question my intelligence? No, because if you understood, you understood. Right? And if you don't, then ask me to repeat it and say it another way. Because if I hear that you don't understand, guess what? I will just say, okay, you're not Jamaican. Let me speak it in a way where you'll understand. You can tell I'm getting a tad bit perturbed when you said it come out. But that whole aristocrat stush, better than all these things, you want to stop it. Whereas if you're Jamaican, you come from Jamaica. If you feel like you want to talk Jamaican, you talk Jamaican. And if you feel like you don't want to do it, you don't do it. But it doesn't take off the table that you understand it if that's where you're from. Unless you're different. Because if you hear it and you're from Jamaica, you understand it. Yeah. For the most part. Because you do have certain parts of Jamaica where when they're doing it, it's so fast that sometimes you have to say, what is it? Yeah, I have encountered that before, which is a more deeper tone to it, where you completely relax, even though I'm Jamaican, relax. Because they say it so fast. If it's slow down, you get it. But if it's said fast, you be like, huh? Yeah. But anyway, it was just a trigger, people need... It's to the point that even when I used to do the live, I used to have to make a disclaimer every time, yo, if this is too much for you, the fact that I look like this and I speak the way move the fuck on. You ain't got to stop and listen. You really don't. Because one thing with the authentic, I'm going to do it however I feel like I want to do it. And one of the reasons I said before I do it the way I do is for y'all to understand what I'm saying, because most of my people are from here. And even now, even my girl Kat, she, after listening to me, the accent and all, you get some stuff, you'll understand, listen to the damn sentence. If you're intelligent, sometimes you can figure out where I'm going with it. Come on. And if you don't, it's understandable. Just ask me to repeat. Or I didn't understand you, and then I'll get it. Okay, let me just calm down and deliver it better. But for the Jamaican, them who damn well know what me I talk about, you don't need to stop it. If you come from Jamaica and you talk patois, me not say anything wrong with it. It is our dialect. The older we know it. From a man we hear it. So how now you just turn because you're a foreigner now, or because you go to high school and college and university, you're going to behave like you don't know where the people are saying when them are talking. Man, go sit down. Because say people up here will talk English and not English that. You didn't know. Some of it is not. Because it's not the way we talk either, or how we learn the English language. You know that. It's not everybody who sound like them twanging is making sense in what the freak they saying. How about that? When you dance and I talk dance, it dance whether it sound like patois or it sound like English. Dance bat business still dance bat. How about that? So anyway, just was triggered. Anyway, stress less. Be blessed. Peace, y'all.